darlings. Thank you for sticking with us through our technical issues. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Chapter 6, What is a Home? Let's welcome our vampires.
Hi, my name is Leona Rohr, and I'll be playing Thomasina Elena Cuesta.
I'm Zachary VAUDO, playing Anton Krvopuskov.
I'm RENEE Cooper, and I'm playing Hexadecimal.
Brittany TRAMBAUER-SMITH, playing Melisende.
My name is Tyler Sutherland, playing Aaron Ulrich.
And I'm Ian E. Muller, playing Jackson.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. As always, we want to give a big thank you to our home here at the Neighborhood Studio. And don't forget that on our Patreon right now, you can sign up for an annual membership and get 10% off. So, without further ado, let's sit back and relax, and let's tell a vampire story. Tonight, we are going to pick up with the whole coterie, a month later, settling into their new haven. The Primogen Council found all of you 2 havens. As Hex had felt that their home had been extensively compromised, you've been given 1 regular haven in the Midtown area, a nice bungalow home, and a private haven in a high-rise in Buckhead. The moving process has been arduous, trying to figure out what items to put into which location. And the Rossellini Manor has been left for you to use if you need for emergency purposes, for meetings or things of that nature, but it is now no longer your safe place, like an office one would go to for a variety of needs. Thomasina has also finally returned from her vacation, seeming a bit more like herself as the time away may have helped relax her. And tonight, in your regular bungalow haven, everyone, as you have awoken tonight, please give me a rouse check.
You're hungry too now.
Aaron, you are fine. Anyone else fail?
Yeah,
I did.
We did.
Okay.
We're hungry too.
2.
All right. So all 3 of the Bad Kids Club are at hunger too. So you guys have woken up, and you're free to mill about and see each other. The bungalow home is a little small, but since this is considered a place where you can meet people, allow potential Sabbat to meet up with you that you might believe in, or things like that, this one is one that is okay for everyone to hang out.
I'm gonna go wake up, go check the fridge. Since we're now in Midtown, I'm significantly closer to where I can pick up blood bags, so I'm just gonna do like my regular check.
6 blood bags.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to my supplier on my phone and just say that possibly later in the week I will meet up. But there's actually, I don't have to text them that strictly. I just do something that sets up a delivery.
Okay.
Storyteller, would I have been able to get my hands on a laptop at any point during this? Okay.
Yes.
And I'm still using the phone that was gifted to me by Mark, or will I've gotten my own that was coterie specific at this point?
At this point, you would have been able to get a new phone. The Glasswalkers have developed new technology.
Okay.
And so you all have phones gifted to you by the Glasswalkers that have a much heavier encryption.
Okay. And then is Mark with us tonight?
Mark is on his way for the night.
Okay. Well, I will have gotten up. I'm not hungry. I had a significant list of to-dos that needed to be completed. Lots of stuff in my inbox from my various store managers, and just some personal stuff that I want to take care of. So I'm going to take my small little laptop and my phone, and I'm going to go outside and listen to the bugs and the cicadas for a little while.
Absolutely.
Until it gets deafening.
Do we specifically know that the phones came and are being operated by the Glasswalkers, or is
Yes.
it being run through
You
through
know that
Kindred
this is
means?
from the Glasswalkers' private network.
Okay, then on that phone I will text Proctor when I get up and say, at some point I have something for you.
And it's a while before you get a text back
Mhm.
that just says, I'll be at the Chantry later.
And I'll just figure out.
And you get a quick text after that that says, Public Chantry.
thumbs up back, and I'll figure out what we're doing tonight before I figure out if we're detouring or not.
Okay.
Just for setting purposes, since we've moved locations and I haven't been able to do like the old wards that were on the Athenaeum, Anton's door is just ward against K-Knights, and there's a sign pointing to like the far end of the door frame that says "knock here" for anybody else.
Real classic, no girls allowed.
You can knock on the door, but it knocks back.
During the move, I am going to leave my burner phone at the house and just expect to get a new one at some point during the day.
You would have gotten one at some point.
Okay.
They would have dropped it in the mailbox for you.
During the daytime hours, I want to leave it in a secure location, just not on my person. And then in between the days, a little bit more actively now, taking more pictures around inside of the new location.
Okay. And during this time, you have met up with Thomasina, and you two are now aware of each other.
Gotcha.
And Thomasina, your mission, as Aaron's mission has been to document everything about the shepherds, your mission has been to document everything about the court. And so what do you want to do this evening, having gotten up?
I'm gonna think on that a little bit, actually, and leave it up
Okay.
to somebody else.
Jackson?
Well, I am not there, am I?
This house you are aware of, and you are free to come and go with this one, but you have no clue about the private one.
Okay.
Hex would have made sure you didn't know about the private house.
Oh well. I will probably. I needed to talk to Aaron, and I wanted to see if the shepherds had any more information on where Bishop Lydia is, if they've found anything I haven't. So I am going to hop in the fancy new car that Denise found me, or helped me find.
Fancy's an interesting word.
Fancy is a word that I am choosing to use. And I'm going to head towards their new home, as
Okay.
I know it.
Since it's Midtown, Dexon Drive. Going from Lake Lanier all the way into Midtown is quite a drive.
Yeah.
Stuck on that junction between 316.
4.
Okay, you're able to. You've made the drive a few times, even helped move a little bit, so the drive is very familiar to you and you know how to cut around where the traffic is.
Okay.
And you arrive to the house, and lights are on, people are milling about.
I'm just going to walk up and look at the front door for a second and then knock on it. I'll be polite.
You all hear a knock on the door?
I'll go get it.
Can I have set up a ring on just the front door
Oh,
or
absolutely.
something? Okay, so I'm just going to look at my phone and check it, and
And you see it's Jackson.
I'm still walking to get it. I haven't looked at anything.
just gonna.
I definitely did not budge from where I was. I am on the back porch, and that is where I'm going to stay.
And I'll be milling in the common room.
Okay.
And I'll I'll walk by, glance over at Aaron, and then look through the door, see that it's Jackson, open it up. Hi there.
Settling in?
Unfortunately. How can I help you?
I was going to offer condolences, but I don't know how to do that.
That counts.
Yeah. No, I wanted to talk to Aaron about something, and I wanted to just check in. I've just been looking into Lydia's whereabouts.
You're welcome to. He's, I'll lower my voice a bit. He's still off.
Okay.
But maybe we'll jog something. I don't know.
Valid. All right.
I was point over my shoulder towards Aaron.
Cool. About the other thing.
Go on.
Have you heard anything?
I haven't.
Anything pop up on the whatever networks y'all look
No,
at?
everything has gone explicitly dark in that regard. Almost as if intentionally. And in that time I've been preoccupied with other research, but I gave all of your accumulated research to Hex, who was supposed to cross-reference this and see what she could find.
Cool.
She is better with the computers than I am.
And significantly better at them than I am, I'm sure, so.
Nothing.
Cool. On that note, storyteller, have I heard from Raphael recently?
You've gotten a couple messages from Raphael, just generic, like, nobody really talks to me here.
That's a mood.
And he replies as well at one point that he's thinking of moving, but more South Georgia.
Yeah, that would work for him. That makes sense. Okay. But nothing about kind of the stuff I asked him to watch out for.
He hasn't caught anything.
Okay. Then, all right. I have a little bit to go on. If I find out more, I'll share it.
Please do. We have absolutely nothing at this point, and we are just business as usual in the meantime. I miss my crypt. I'll just step aside and let him in.
I wanted, like you mentioned that I probably had helped them move some stuff, but I want to take a look around now that they're getting settled in. In my mind, the last place they were in seemed obvious. How's this place set up?
It looks like a lot of hippies live here. A lot of goth hippies. It's very standard for Midtown.
So they let you decorate the entire place?
Not enough Dolly Parton posters. Do you think that would?
Valid. Cool.
You saw the shit I had to take out of there.
Yep.
And that was only half of it.
Yep. You certainly have taste in music. Anyway, cool.
Yeah, like I said, he's over there. Maybe he jogs. Maybe I can jog something, but let me know if he still seems off to you.
Off how?
You do not know him quite as well as we do, but the bit of time that you've experienced him, he's acting continuously confused and distant at times. I've not really interacted with him much in the past month.
Okay.
And that is unusual for me.
Okay. All right.
And about this time, the door opens and Mark comes just barreling through the door, and you barely get oh, hi guys! And he rushes out to the back with coffee for himself and a briefcase for Mel.
Well, there he goes.
You can do your staring contest rematch another time.
You know, I feel like we bonded a little bit. You know,
It's good to have friends.
staring into the middle distance, horses. It's a good time. Anyway,
Go. I'll be around.
yeah. Hey, Aaron.
Jackson.
How's it going?
It's just normal night. What are you doing here?
No, I've been staying up at the lake. I wanted to ask you a couple questions about one, Denise, but also you spent some time up there, right?
I did, yes. How is it up there?
It's quiet. Denise killed an infiltrator. That was cool. I went swimming in the lake. That was less cool.
Are you doing okay? You're a little scattered.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Sorry, that was the lake was that was traumatizing. Anyway, you see ghosts, right?
Yes.
What is going on with that lake?
I would imagine. I mean, you didn't see any bodies in there, did you?
No, I just got my face half ripped off.
By.
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Also, apparently, you're not supposed to go swimming in the lake. I missed the memo.
I think even as a non-kindred, that's a bad idea.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Is there... have a lot of new people showed up?
No. Not really. Just me.
The person Denise killed, was she new?
No, she'd been there for a while.
Okay.
It was the thing I told you about.
Gotcha.
Remember, I keep my promises.
Thank you.
Storyteller.
Yes.
While I am engaging him in overly casual conversation, do I sense anything off about Aaron?
You would not have enough knowledge about Aaron to know it immediately, but you can give me a, let's call it wits and insight.
Would heightened senses help?
Not at this point,
Okay.
because this is reading his body language and his demeanor.
Okay.
Smell stuff.
Heightened senses would just be if he sounded different
Yeah.
or smelled different.
Okay.
I mean,
I would like to check that as well in a minute.
Okay, we'll do this first.
That will be actually that. No. Okay. Whew. Wow, it's only 3 dice and 2 of them are hunger dice. That is 2 success.
He's fine.
Okay. And now I'd like to see if he sounds or smells or acts different. I'm going to activate heightened senses.
He smells like Aaron. Maybe could use a shower, but smells like Aaron.
Okay.
And as far as any other senses about him, he's pretty standard. He just seems like, with your 2 dice and what you can generally get from heightened senses, it just seems like maybe whatever happened to him at the facility may have affected him a little bit more than he's letting on.
Have you been at the lake the whole time?
The last month, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Denise locked it down after she killed what's-her-face.
Gotcha.
And then I decided to go for a swim because no one warned me that apparently it kills you.
Ghosts, yes.
So, healing that took a little while.
Oh. How...
Also car. I got a car, thankfully.
You got a car, okay. You don't normally stay at the lake, though? Did you get a new place there? Like a new house at the lake?
Yeah. I mean, you should... Sorry, that's a weird question coming from you.
Because you were at the school.
For a while, yeah.
Okay, I thought you were still at the school.
Oh, no. No. Still having memory issues?
Mm.
Okay. That tracks, I guess. Trauma will do that. Okay. Well, I will say, if you want to talk to someone about it, you can talk to me. I dealt with Raphael never stopping talking about his experiences in Iraq, so that was a thing.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you want to. No pressure.
So you guys can hear Jackson and Aaron talking.
Yeah, I
in
haven't-
other parts of the house.
I haven't walked away from the door yet, and just like the more that they're like talking, I just want to like just watch Aaron and.
Yeah, Aaron this whole month has just seemed like someone who's not quite over what happened to them. He's still a little foggy.
And that usual paranoia is kicking in, and I want to scry the soul on him like I did a month ago to see if anything has changed.
Okay,
At all.
try again.
I do not get hungrier. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So
He's fine.
yeah, 4 successes. 4 successes. I get all the normal stuff like is he kindred, Garu, changeling, mage.
Same indeterminate that you got previously.
Yeah, and then all the
The
same
DC
stuff like
on this one's going to be really high.
yeah, and then the same like no blood sorcery that I can tell, etc. Yeah, so just the hell are you?
Jackson, I forget.
Hmm.
Can you do blood bags? Are you hungry?
I'm good. Thanks, though. With heightened senses on, did I hear Anton mutter, "What are you?" under his breath?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hex just got a new stash, so fridge is full for once.
Cool. And I'm just gonna kind of let the conversation die, and now I'm side-eyeing Anton a little bit.
Okay. Hex or Thomasina?
Storyteller, how much intel on the court have I gotten so far?
You have been able to share all of your communications back and forth, full dossiers that you have been given on each court member. You have been able to fill in additional data.
Mm-hmm.
We'll roughly call the dossiers about 75% complete.
Has there been any mention within the dossiers about any particular conflict with any of the members of the court?
It indicates potential conflict between the Nosferatu Primogen and the rest of the court,
Mm-hmm.
potential conflict between the Toreador Primogen and the rest of the court, and potential conflict between the Ventru Primogen and the Prince.
Mm.
And it indicates that there is something about the sheriff
Mm-hmm.
that they don't know why, but something about the sheriff makes him unusual.
Mm.
As a lot of the communications that they've been able to grasp have some judgmental thoughts about him.
Mm. Am I in contact with Tabitha right now?
Yes,
Okay.
Tabitha has remained regularly in contact with you.
Okay. I would like to try and set up a meeting between her and Dot with me present.
Okay, easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
They both have openings on their calendar in a couple days,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's easy enough to send a meet request.
Mm-hmm.
And from Tabitha, you get back an immediate acceptance.
Mhm.
From Dot, you get, what is this?
Just to catch up.
And you get back, harpy business with a heart.
Mm-hmm. And I just confirm with both of them, ask if there's a particular place that they would prefer.
And Dot suggests not a coffee shop. At the same time, Tabitha says there's a cute coffee shop downtown. Tabitha says never mind.
Oh.
And Tabitha offers Savage Pizza in Avondale Estates. And Dot says, fine.
All right. Savage Pizza it is. And then I just head out to the main area and just kind of see what everyone else is getting into.
And you see Aaron and Jackson talking. Anton's kind of by himself.
Avoiding eye contact towards Thomasina when she walks in.
I would
Hex.
say I went back to my room after went back to the room, saw that it was Jackson, stayed in the room, but kind of like turned everything down to just listen through the door. I want to check if I had heard anything back from Chaz.
Chaz was able to get back some information for you. He cross-referenced a bunch of the names for you. Some of them were local. Other people, he managed to find that they're kind of from all over the U.S. He said only thing that he could really find in common with all those names is that, unfortunately, it looks like that the list that you got was a list of dead contacts. So likely the list that you were given was somebody's dump list. He's like, sorry. It seems like this is a list of people who may have been removed from a larger database because they're all dead.
Okay. So I'll have responded, thanks, this actually helps, even though it doesn't. And
He does get you addresses, phone numbers, like general information on them as well as their obituaries.
okay. Perfect. Thank you. You know, send me the invite for your favorite coffee spot and let that go. And then I'm going to kind of table that. I'm going to just pick up like a Game Boy. Can I play something? Can I have something in my hand
Yeah.
while I am obfuscated?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to go and kind of go backwards. Can I have followed Mark outside? Does
Yeah.
that kind of track the time? I think it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to follow Mark and know that he's going to see where Thomasina is and just kind of be obfuscated playing outside.
And then seeing that the room that I've entered is kind of dead, I'm going to go look for Melisende.
Okay, and Mel is on the back porch with Mark. And Mark's been sitting out there with you, just assisting you in whatever you need. And sipping on his coffee, rocking in the rocking chair, just like, my God, the cicadas are loud. Holy shit.
It's actually significantly more peaceful than being inside of an awkwardly silent home.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is everybody still weird with each other?
Yes. And the chord hasn't gotten any better either. And Melisende will also have some, like, just light, like, jazz station on
Yeah.
Spotify playing from her computer as well, like, as, like, a full experience of, like, trying to consume media to, like,
Yeah.
drown out the overwhelming, like, weirdness that is the house right now. Yeah.
And he's like, well, I imagine with, like, how old you guys get, I know sometimes my friends and I would have, like, a spat and we wouldn't talk to each other for, like, a week. I imagine, like, if you stretch out all that time for vampires, maybe not talking for a week is like not talking for a month?
I think
Maybe?
that's very astute. I think it would
I'm
be,
just making this up as I go.
No, I think it would be more, I think it might make more sense if we didn't have various very time-sensitive missions we all were supposed to be accomplishing, and now we're just not. So it's a little weird.
Kind of a hurry up and wait thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
That's what the army's like, so I get it.
But, you know, and then I'm going to, like, gesture widely to my, like, inbox of, like, dozens of emails from various Waffle Houses, but the fun never stops.
He's like,
so.
I've been meaning to ask about that.
Mm.
Like, okay. Do you need me to do any of that for you? I feel like I'm your ghoul, right? It's like my job to do jobs for you. This looks like a lot.
It is up to you. I did not want to take advantage of your time. Your expertise in other things is a little bit more important to me than your ability to do menial tasks at a Waffle House.
Oh, I've been trying to get up like a couple hours early
Yeah.
each night so that I'm not like rolling in here passing out. So, I mean, I can just wake up because I'm up in Marietta. You guys are in Midtown. I can at least like hit the ones on my way.
Actually,
take a little off your plate.
Yeah, can I give you a to-do list for tomorrow evening?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. And I'm gonna like whip out like a notepad that's got just dozens of to-dos that
And
are
he's
like
oh.
scattered and like crossed out. And it's even harder when I have no leadership to tell me what to do. It's just been me having to figure it out on autopilot, really.
To be honest, that feels pretty standard.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have experience in that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of what Mel's doing right now, just working and chit-chatting with Mark.
Yeah, and so you guys come outside and they're just chit-chatting. Mark's offering to take over some of the Waffle House check-in duties.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomasina, you come out and you see them.
Mm-hmm. Mark.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
do I need to?
No. Just
Okay.
saying hi.
Okay.
Mel,
Yes.
just saying
Oh. Hi.
hi. Hi.
No business to attend to. No.
Oh, what are you doing on the night of the, that we agreed on? What are you doing on this particular night? I may have set up a meeting for a few court members.
It will depend on my workload and what the coterie is doing, but I should be available.
Cool.
It's in a couple nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in 1 or 2 nights. I can send you the invite as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I'm just going to go ahead on my phone and send her the same invite.
Okay.
My Outlook was already up, so I'm just gonna accept it.
And does she see who else has accepted it?
Yeah, you can see that Di and Tabitha have accepted the invite.
What? Why them and why me?
I feel like there's been a disconnect, probably. Just need to make sure that everyone's on the same page.
But Tabitha, though, what good is she going to be to this situation?
No stone unturned.
Storyteller, I've got no more intel on Dot other than what I heard from. I mean, because I've been out of this situation.
Yeah,
a lot
you've
of it.
you've been so busy with the Waffle Houses and a couple Waffle House fights that have wound up on YouTube that you
Yeah.
had to quickly investigate and realize, oh, it's just people. No supernatural. Thankfully, most of the Waffle House brawls have been just humans
Okay,
for
good.
now. But one of them, you did catch Streetwise in the background going, oh! So,
Okay.
and you told Mooney Streetwise got in a little trouble.
Again.
So that being said, all I know about Dot is what he was telling us, and we all still as a coterie basically don't trust her, right? Is that the
Right.
still vibe that's happening? Okay. I don't know that Tabitha is going to be the best person to put in front of this situation. I mean, that's a security issue, don't you think?
Why would it be a security issue?
I'm going to look at Mark and be like,
I forget names really easily. Tabitha's like your...
Primogen, yes.
That's the word.
Mhm.
Why am I always so bad with that word?
It's okay.
Well, I would imagine if Tabitha's your primogen,
Mm-hmm.
if anything, because Dot is a primogen, personally, if I had to go maybe tell a commanding officer that he was being a dick, I'd want another commanding officer who likes me to go with me. Sounds like a backup situation.
Okay.
I mean, I could be completely wrong. But
No, you're spot on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
okay, well, yeah, I mean, Mark will be with me, but yeah, for sure.
You're
Not
okay
sure.
with that?
I feel comfortable
Yeah.
going on my own yet, but
Yeah,
That's
I'll
absolutely
go.
fine. In fact, if you have any other minds that you'd like to put at this meeting, just let me know.
well, until I know what we're trying to accomplish, I'm not really sure
Mhm.
that
Where's
I.
the meeting at?
It's Savage Pizza.
Oh, sweet. Cheese bread. I'm good.
Yeah, and for this, I think I'd want you to go a little clandestine. So maybe.
Oh, yeah.
we
I'll sit
grab
at a different
separate-
table.
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah.
wear my dad hat and everything.
Yes, that'd be great. Yes. Okay. I'll get back to you on whether we invite anybody else.
Sure, absolutely. Is there anything in particular you'd like to air out while we're there? If we can get ahead of it, then that sounds like a good idea.
No. No, I'll leave the airing out of grievances to my primogen.
Really?
Sounds like kind of if this Dot is as bad as you guys say, sounds like maybe a good opportunity to give her the rope so she can make her own noose.
What do you think?
I am not going to.
Let's say this. What if you go ahead and just let me know ahead of time if there are things that you feel safe talking about or not?
That actually would be great, and if you'll give me some time to put together a list, I can do that for you.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't know who to trust, so I don't really want to fling accusations, but I also really am not comfortable being put in the line of fire right now.
course.
So I will. I'm going to keep my cards close to my chest for a little bit.
Let's just assume we're in the line of fire in the positions that we're in.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's what he's here for.
Oh, well, yeah.
I do my best. I mean, to be honest, this is much easier than the president. I just need y'all to know that.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt.
I am a little afraid that I'm going to get killed at any second, but...
We're nicer. We're nicer. You've got to admit that. Most of us are nicer.
Oh, yeah, but,
Yes.
like...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This Dot you'll
That
talk about,
notwithstanding.
I don't think I want to meet her.
Well, then that's why you will be there in a clandestine fashion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad
Don't
at a
meet
pizza
anybody.
shop.
Yep, love it.
Sounds good.
I'll make all the dad noises, whoa, and, like, complain about my kids. It'll be great.
Yep, it's good. That'll be good.
Also, if you want to, if you want to pass this on to your Primogen.
Falcon.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Complete lapse just there. If you want to pass on a message to her about this without the invite, let me know if there's any other concerns there. If I can negotiate a few other connections there, then I'd love to be aware of any situations that anyone might be less comfortable with. Just kind of help filter that out.
Sure. Storyteller, would I have gotten any communications from my Primogen, the court, anybody that would have been further information at all about anything?
You would have
Literally
gotten,
anything at all.
Yeah, you would have gotten just general regular communication. It's usually like something like Falcon being like, yo, there's a fight on YouTube. Or, you know, you get like Olivia giving you updates on any students that kind of have been going out, because later on in their learning, the students do get to kind of go out and about.
I see.
So she kind of gives you the heads up of like, hey, I've got 2 kids going out in, you know, Brookhaven for tonight.
Okay.
It's a lot of just business communication. Nobody is really being social with each other right now.
And I did definitely tell Falcon by experience on the night of the blood hunt.
Yes.
And she has not responded to my concerns about other Primogen at all.
Falcon gave you a general, I'll look into it, but you can kind of gather that Falcon is hanging low.
And I will have given her the full, you know, rundown of the situation, and that all I did was hear secondhand what happened. I don't know what to believe or who to believe anymore, and I don't want to sling insults just yet, you know.
Yeah.
So, and her, I guess her response would have been the same thing, just to kind of.
Yeah, she's like, keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
We're looking into it.
Okay. Cool. Well, I will be there. I'll let you know if I need to invite anybody else, and I'll talk to Falcon.
It sounds like you're kind of dragging a lot, just thought-wise and understandably.
Yeah, it's a lot right now, and it would be great to have some reason to be doing all of this other than checking a bunch of stuff off of my never-ending to-do list. I'm feeling a little listless, but without a sail sort of thing.
I know it's not my position, but all the same, is there anything in particular on that list that you might share? And in my case, I know there's a limited amount of influence that I can possibly have, or any solutions that I can offer, but if there's anything, I'm right here.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to get those claws mixed up in any sort of oil traps, but you know, that's really the main stuff on my to-do list right now is more managerial tasks and not a whole lot of, you know, handshaking stuff right now. But if any of that comes along, I will certainly delegate it.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I'm lapsing on every possible name here. The school run by. Oh my gosh.
I'm literally going to, like, as clandestinely as I possibly can, like, way on the down low. Like, I've been on my computer, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to pull up a record app.
Okay.
And it's gonna, like, it's facing me. I'm assuming she's on the other side of the computer, yeah. So I'm gonna try to just kind of, like, talking to her, and then I'm gonna press record so that it's recording.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I did not have it took me forever to get up and do my hair and my face, so.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy couple weeks.
Yeah.
Month, year,
Mm.
decade. Really.
Yeah. Understandably. But that's another one I would like to speak to. Olivia. Oh my gracious. Yeah, I'd like to speak to Olivia if she's interested.
Yeah, I will. I'll reach out to her as well.
Alright. I'm trying to get a lot done all of a sudden, and it's been overwhelming for me. I figure the more that I can kind of spread things out, the better.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure that getting a meeting with everybody in one place is a great idea right now. I think.
Well, not everyone. No.
Sure. Yeah. I think as few of our leadership as possible in one space. You know, Mark can tell you there's kind of a bunch of contingencies that come into play when you have leadership, especially in a dangerous situation like the way Atlanta is right now. It's like a tinderbox. I don't mean that literally, but maybe a little bit literally too.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You got a designated survivor type situation. No too many, I guess, bigwigs in one room.
Yeah.
Except for that like election thing that you did.
That was a terrible idea.
That was a terrible idea.
Looking back on it now, I can't believe we didn't all. Yeah, it was a terrible idea. No, I'll talk to her and see if she'd be interested in a meeting.
All right. I'm trying. I know it's for as many broken things as it is. It seems difficult to keep track of. Trying to fix one or two things doesn't seem to be the worst idea.
No, I actually really appreciate the spirit of going out and being proactive. I do wonder, though, have you heard anything on the street, so to speak, about what we've been dealing with recently? And I was surprised I haven't seen anything come up on YouTube about any of the cameras around Atlanta. Have I seen anything on YouTube from the cameras around Atlanta of just a bunch of carnage everywhere?
Nope. Seems it got cleaned up pretty quickly.
Have I seen anything?
You saw some things.
I'm just surprised I haven't seen more of that, but have you heard anything on the street being harpy from any of the other clans? Are they out for our heads? Do they think that we brought it on? I mean, what are you hearing?
As far as you as the harpy would know, it sounds like some Sabbat tried to attack the shepherds, and the shepherds dealt with them. And that's pretty much as far as the rumor got.
And any further mention about anything between Mel and Anton having to go to a hearing or a trial through the court?
No.
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet. Though Anton's behavior has been heavily discussed.
As far as anyone I've spoken to is aware, the phrase is covered our ass.
Oh, well.
So, I don't think anyone could blame us.
I haven't received official sanction yet, so here's hoping that doesn't happen anytime soon. But you never know. Any day could be the last.
Of course.
Storyteller, what does the outside look like? Like, are we just on like a patio? Is it screened in?
It's a back patio. It's not screened in. It has kind of that half wall going on around the sides with some stair steps back into a yard with some porch curtains.
Okay.
Tell me there are market lights, please.
Oh, of course.
Oh, it's Midtown. There has to be market lights.
The house would be considered weird if it didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just gauging because I'm trying to. I want to leave.
You can go down the stairs and around the side yard to the front of the house.
All right, so I'm going to do that. But as I do, I'm going to text Thomasina and say, "Hey, if you have a moment, I'd like to chat."
Okay.
I'm in my room, and then I'm going to make it to my room.
The door just opens. The door opens.
Well,
right
that's what I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know if I want to go through the front door or if I have a window.
You can choose to drop your obfuscate around the side of the house.
Yeah, but then they would know I was outside. I'm gonna crawl through the window.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Give me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Give
fine.
me Dex and Athletics.
All right, that's fine. All right.
Plus your hunger.
And oh no!
Oh,
God.
Substitute hunger. Rather. Yeah.
And athletics.
Yep.
What?
Just grab those then. Yep.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
yeah. I only had one blink, so 4.
Okay, yeah. You can easily scale the side of the building and kick on into your window without being heard or seen.
While holding a Game Boy Advance color. Nice. Okay, so I'm just in there.
One
and
of those
expecting
stuff
the
it in the bra.
Yeah,
and fly out.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a little belt situation. And then I send it, and I'm just gonna sit in my room and
Okay.
contemplate what I just heard.
And Anton, as you have been listening to them and you know that there's people out on the back porch, what have you been doing aside from listening in?
Mainly that, trying to process Aaron. At some point I'm going to take out my phone and I'm going to text Alpha.
Okay.
Say, now that we're settled in, I have recon photos for you.
And Alpha replies back, send away.
Would like to hand over bad luck sending things recently.
And you get back, fuck's sake, I'm not a Kodak, print it or something, and let me know where to meet you.
And I'll give him, I think the Majestic is kind of nearby the Chantry.
It is.
Like in a general area, so I'll give him the address for that, and I'll head to my room to print photos from my phone.
Jeez.
Just on just printer paper. Photo paper, and you're in your room.
I feel like we've already. Okay, that's met.
Hey?
There's not a little voice in your head that reminds you that Heck says, if you ever need tech stuff, just ask me.
Is there? Let's find out.
Can I roll for Heck's on shoulder?
That's one success.
So no, he doesn't remember.
on my wits insight roll.
Wow.
So computer paper it is.
All right.
And I'm just walking back to her and printing that.
Okay. And Thomasina, you do get that text from Hex, wanting to talk.
I'll be inside if you need anything else. Just let me know if any news comes out. Okay.
Sure. And if there are any non-oil traps that need to be cleaned, I will make sure to let you know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna head upstairs to my room first, and I'm going to just for some reason I assumed that Hex would be coming up to my room and just kind of turn around and go over to hers.
I'm leaving around that time.
Also, actually, if I see Thomasina come back inside, I want to try to intercept you.
Okay.
With heightened senses on, could I hear their conversation on the back porch?
It would have been kind of muffled because Mel was playing music.
So like, maybe
And
bits
the
and pieces.
cicadas.
Yeah.
Don't forget the cicadas.
And you're talking to Aaron.
Yeah.
To
The
Aaron.
sound of my people.
The outside is screaming.
The outside is screaming, so it's too loud. Okay, all right. Then, but I still want to intercept you. I'm gonna be like, oh, you're back.
Yeah.
How's your vacation?
I'm back.
Yep, that sounds like everyone's vacations lately.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are you handling things better? Literally?
Hard to know. There's a lot to do.
I meant like literally handling things better.
It's still hard to know.
No. Well, like I said before, if you have more questions.
I almost certainly do. At the moment, though, I'll leave you to your business. You leave me to mine.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna head back upstairs.
I'll awkwardly cut through them on my way out.
Just like, sorry. And I'm gonna head back upstairs.
Awkward in here.
I'm gonna go see Hex now.
Okay. And so you do find Hex in her room.
I'm gonna
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna open it as I'm like moving some clothes and stuff around, and I'm like, oh, thanks. Sit wherever that you feel is. I already wiped down a lot of. That's clean. You can sit on that.
What is that?
It actually is 2 CPUs and a speaker, so they're relatively new actually, so you don't have to worry about it. And there was a clean shirt on top, so it is clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And I will sit on this
2
very
CPUs
warm
and a
stack of
speaker.
equipment. Yeah.
It's a disaster.
Yep.
Alienware.
Yeah.
So you can sit on them. I'm glad you're back.
Mhm.
I've been thinking about our conversation that we had, it seems like forever ago.
And it's as much as I currently have my my fingers in so many pies, so to speak, right now. Its relevance is maybe a little altered.
Oh, it makes sense. It wasn't it was kind of fleeting, and you had just mentioned how, important it was to stay close to Atlanta because we love this city so much, and all the hardships that are going on, this is always going to be where we should take stake. And I wanted to say that I've really been thinking about that recently with how awkward it's kind of been around, and I just want to let you know I appreciated that.
Storyteller, am I aware of Hex's connection to Dot?
Yes.
Okay.
You are aware that she is Dot's childer.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware that there are a lot of secrets that have been kept from her, so she is not aware of a lot of things.
Have you spoken to Dot yet?
Yes.
Or lately, I should say.
Yeah, she was one of the reasons that we moved, remember? So,
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I suppose like within the last week or so.
All of our messages are kind of short. I've just been, she tells me to kind of do what I'm usually doing, be here with you guys, continue, living life as she does.
You should know, I've set up a meeting with her.
That seems normal since you're both harpies, so that's cool.
It's going to be a difficult meeting.
Is it hard to harpy?
With other members there, it's not necessarily exclusively about harpy business.
Oh. So what exclusively is it about?
There are a number of things that probably need to come to an agreement more than anything. I think as much time as I spent away, I am aware of the time that I spent.
Yes.
Yeah. As much time as I spent away, there is a need to fix some things that have been broken. And that is a step to take.
I'm getting feels like you're saying broken things could be because of Dot or our Dot.
I can't imagine that so many fractures are down to a single responsibility, but there's always, I suppose, a focal point to this much damage.
It's a very eloquent way of putting it, per usual.
If you would rather not come up in that discussion at all.
I mean, what else is there to say about the adorable Nos that you live with and work with and,
Am I aware of the fact that Dot otherwise doesn't tend to bring up that Hex is her child?
Yes.
Yeah. It's contentious enough that things could be said, could be bargained with, but if you would like me to know anything on Dot's behalf first, before it gets brought up in front of anyone else, I'd prefer to go in with as much research and as much knowledge as possible with this meeting.
I'm sure you would.
If you need to wait, it's in a couple of days. You don't need to tell me anything right now.
Well, I don't know if my mom knows that I am dating a werewolf, so you may want to bring that up. If you think that could help the conversation.
It might, depending on how it goes. I will keep that in the back pocket. Is there anything else?
I just want to make sure that you still feel the same way, that we are doing that we, the shepherds, are doing what we're doing for Atlanta, and any sort of thinking of getting away from this is just not a good idea. That's been kind of helping anchor me. Do you still feel that way?
I can't speak for the rest.
But do you feel that way?
That I'm doing something for Atlanta?
That you feel very strongly about, the city and staying and protecting it?
That is your primary objective, after all.
It's, hard to say no to that. As much as one might try otherwise, it is hard to say no.
Well, I really appreciate that.
Of course. And I would also appreciate it if you... Listen, if you want to talk to Dot about this conversation, you may.
Okay.
If you feel safe.
About the conversation of you being suspicious of her.
I know that that's... I would rather not come too far between you.
I appreciate that as well, and thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else?
You did also mention that you would let me borrow one of your dresses for one of my dates.
I have no recollection of that conversation at all.
Oh, it definitely happened. It was around the same time that we had the other conversation.
Which dress was it?
It had a very fancy name. I think you just said you let me pick.
If you come into my room and you look at my closet and you touch any of my dresses, what do you think my next words are going to be?
That looks great on you.
The dolce it is.
That rings a bell. Thank you. I'll warn you first.
I'll warn you again.
And I won't wear it underground. Like, maybe to the underground, but like not in the MARTA. Like, I would never.
The dolce it is.
Okay. If you don't want me going in, you can always hang it on the door, and I'll just grab it from there, and then I won't have to be in your room.
Oh no, you can come in.
Oh, okay.
You can knock first.
All right.
Announce your intentions.
Okay.
The dolce it is.
All right. Perfect. Glad that we remembered that correctly. All the things. Okay. Thanks. That was really it. I'm probably gonna leave that house and see what's going on in the living room too. Everyone seems to have gathered, and I don't want to be...
Hex?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
The Louboutin shoes.
I left those behind.
But no. It'll look great with combat boots.
There's nothing else?
No, I can't think of...
We don't have to leave the room right now. We can keep talking.
This isn't quite your scene, and I'm not really sure why you want to stay in.
Just in case there's anything else.
I've already said that it's fine. No, I'm good. Do you have something in mind? Would you like to borrow something from my closet and advance? You looked pretty good in the rave outfit before it got all bloody. And that's kind of why you owe me one of your dresses, because you definitely messed up one of my outfits. I wasn't going to bring that part up. Maybe that's what you thought we were going to talk about. I'm so sorry. But no, like that, everything's good.
Everything's good.
Everything is peachy.
I'll be here if you think of anything else.
Yeah,
Very close by.
you are. And I am glad. Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna close the door behind me. Very quietly.
And I'm gonna like get on the, like I don't even know who to text this. Like I'm very freaked out right
You would
now.
have
Like,
saw me like record her.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm gonna text Mel. I'm just gonna like Mel, something is wrong, and we can't talk about it in the house. So dot 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 dot, like she usually does, like a whole bunch of dots at the end, and just kind of send that with like a skull emoji.
And I'm gonna immediately look at Mark and say, let's go to the Waffle House down on Ponce.
Okay, and I think that's a good spot for us to take a break. We will be back in a few minutes. We're gonna stretch our legs, get some water. You guys hydrate as well, and we will be right back. So as you are all going about your stressful conversations that you need to have, as everyone is entering the living room, everyone's phone, except Jackson's, pings with a text message.
Stop like at the door. Like,
Yeah, me too.
So,
I'm literally
so
like,
to Jackson, you just hear bing, 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 bing.
It just fit.
Mine's on silent, but sure.
Okay.
Well, mine is also on silent, but I was looking at it because
Yeah.
I was talking about.
mine's on vibrate.
It is a text from Alima, and it says, "Hello, shepherds. Hope you're all settling in well. We have a new lost childer situation. Please meet me at Laughing Skull Lounge immediately."
Will work.
fucking great. And I'm gonna look at Mark and be like, sorry.
I'll get the car.
And I'm gonna look at Hex, who also is downstairs at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna give her a look like girl.
What's
Mm-hmm.
going on?
We are shepherds.
we have work.
Ah,
It's been a while.
We shepherd.
do you need help?
No.
No.
We
Okay,
don't-
fuck you too then.
We don't. We don't know that, but probably not. It's just if it's just lost childer, then it's you've been on the other end of it.
Yeah, you do need help, but that's a personal opinion. Cool.
None of us were.
Hmm?
None of us were lost child.
I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forget sometimes.
Yeah.
It would help.
Yeah, Mark, let's go. Are we good? Let's get that car.
Get the car.
Okay, great.
Storyteller, I'm also going to send out a contact that says caution hex to whoever's monitoring.
Okay. And, Aaron, you get that message in your encrypted messaging app. It doesn't make a noise, but you do get a message that says caution hex.
Throughout the drive, I'm gonna reply and add Jackson to it.
Okay.
And as people are getting into the car and walking past Jackson, I'm just gonna go. Just get in the car. They can stop you and
I'm
walk past.
going to drive myself. And do I have the address?
Yeah, you would know where Laughing
Oh,
Skull
Laughing
is.
Skull.
Laughing
You did
Skull,
say
the
that.
town,
Okay.
yeah.
then
So is it happening, like, do you just get in?
I literally just told them get in the car.
Well,
they
then I'm
can
gonna
stop
get
you.
out and I'm gonna get on the back of your car.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Motorcycle.
Yeah. Yes, motorcycle is what I meant. That's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
And Mark's like, okay.
I'll just shrug.
do you have an
Jackson.
extra helmet?
I'll take the front seat.
I'm used to
Don't
it.
wear a
It's cool.
helmet.
That's fine.
About 10 seconds after you get on the back of the bike, you get a text message.
I'm not looking at it, but okay.
You haven't taken off yet. You're just
Okay,
on the
okay,
back of the
okay,
bike.
okay.
You get a text message, and it's from Mark, and it's a picture of you on the back of the bike. It just says looking cool.
I'm just gonna since Mel was no longer in the front seat, I'm just gonna sit in the front seat and take over the radio.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely not.
So is Jackson just sitting between me and Aaron?
Yep.
Amazing.
Well, it's an Escalade. You have 2 rows.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So you and Aaron could feasibly sit together.
Mm.
And I'll sit in the back behind them.
Yep.
What is my drive?
Gotcha.
Text and drive.
Okay, and so let me roll for Mark's
That plus one.
text and drive.
I'm gonna roll for us because I don't usually have 2 people on mine, but I.
Oh, Mark's good. He got a 4.
All right.
Come on,
Come on,
Hex,
Mark.
don't, please. Don't, please don't knock me
lost one.
off.
You're already at 3.
This one is definitely a yes.
You're already at
1,
3.
2, 3,
so.
and it is. I see it. It's
Okay.
It's good.
I'll
So I got
trust
4.
you.
All right.
You are able to do well.
That's just down there.
And so everyone makes their way downtown.
Making my
Uh,
way downtown. Sorry.
Aaron and Thomasina, are you guys communicating at all in the car?
I'm gonna ask specifically when was first suspicion.
And since you guys are attempting to hide from Jackson, give me Dex and Stealth to text in the car.
Yeah. How does Aaron even have it?
He's got the old brick phone, but he's just texting with it.
He had that before.
He's had one
Yeah,
since
he's
beginning
always
of
had
the
an
phone.
old phone.
Got it,
since
got it,
he's been
okay.
over.
Just check it out.
You are able to conceal the texting
Okay.
to Aaron.
I'll give it a good 5 minutes before I even look at the phone.
Mhm.
Haven't seen him since tonight, but tonight did not go smooth, and I'll send that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave that.
I'm playing KMFDM because Melda usually doesn't let me.
While Mom's away. KMFDM. We will.
She likes when I play the more like new wave 80s music, not the industrial 80s
Yes,
music.
that's exactly right.
And so you arrive downtown to the Vortex. You park in the parking across the street
The
and
Midtown Vortex.
go ahead and pay the parking, as Midtown always requires pay for parking. And you head in to the front door of the Vortex. This one doesn't have as much character as the Little Five, where you met your first lost childer, but it's got a lot more character. This one is more generic, but it's got the comedy club attached to the side, the Laughing Skull. There's a bouncer at the front door of the Laughing Skull that you will all recognize as Alima's assistant. And he just says, "Welcome, shepherds, and friend.
Daddy.
In training.
Alima is waiting for you." And he goes and opens the door to let you guys in. And when you enter, you see the Laughing Skull Lounge. It has a small stage with red curtains on either side, a microphone in the middle. There's about 4 to 5 low-top tables with a couple chairs each, and then risers of about 3 levels with a bar in the back. And you see the whole room's kind of lit like a comedy show will be starting later tonight. And you see Alima just sitting in one of the chairs close to the front in a beautiful red and white draped dress. And she just, "Oh, shepherds, thank you for coming," and gestures for you to sit down.
Are we the only ones in the
Yes, the
facility
room
now?
is completely empty of everyone except you and Alima.
Okay.
I'll just walk over, put my bag down next to me and sit.
Okay. And you brought another. Hello. And she puts her hand out. She says, "I am Seneschal Alima.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you." So, I was contacted by one of my many eyes in the city that there appears to be a young person working the night shift at one of the local breweries nearby. Appears to be of indeterminate clan, though I personally haven't met them. From what I hear, she's a bit odd. Sweet, but odd. Potentially Malkavian, though that may sound judgmental of me, and I am not one to be judgmental. Her name is, and you see her like pull up a little sheet of paper that she had on the table. It says her name is Coda Williams. Let's see her. We don't have reason to believe she's Sabat. She doesn't really do anything suspicious. We've been watching her for a long time, trying to be a bit more cautious on what lost childer we give you, given everything going on now.
To say the least.
We just don't know much about her. Aside from this, she works at a brewery. She's a little odd. And we know she's kindred. We've caught her feeding a couple times. So, all we can find as well is that there is no record of a Coda Williams anywhere in any database. So, likely, codename, a mask, whatever have you. But go have a pint, see what you think. You don't have to bring her in tonight, but if you feel it pertinent, bring her in.
If we can, we can. So that is it then, just strange behavior, no idea who she may actually be.
I figure you're a Tremere, that's your job.
Typically. I tend to deal more on the metaphysical, less on the government record side.
Well, can't you do your and see what she is?
Not at the government record part, but yes.
Well, if it's a mask, name really doesn't matter. It only matters what clan she is and who we get her to.
This I can help with, should she let me.
She seems very nice, at least from what we see. A couple of my workers have gone in to have a beer or two, and they say she's very warm and friendly. They just say she's weird. That's a horrible word. She's just a little odd.
Aren't we all?
Better word for weird.
You have a dress for brewery then?
Yes. And she kind of tears off a piece of her paper and hands it over to you.
Smith. Go do the usual thing. Go do the usual thing. Thank you.
Do you all have any questions of me? I know I have been horribly out of touch.
I may afterwards, but let's complete this first, and it's one less thing on your plate.
Yes, Happy Questa. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Madam Keeper of Elysium, how have you been faring? I feel like I should be checking up on you more often.
Overwhelmed, but otherwise fine.
If there are any resources you need, please feel free to reach out.
I will. Thank you.
Anytime. We girls have to stick together.
And I'm gonna like shoot a look at Hex in that moment.
And she notices and looks to Hex and goes, anything you need as well, please let me know. And gentlemen, don't ask too much of me.
Naturally.
It's valid.
Is there anything else?
Nope. And I'm
No.
gonna stand up and start walking towards the door.
And I'm going to follow right behind her.
Not yet, but thank you. Perhaps in time.
I'd like to, before I leave, could I order a burger from here and just come pick it up later?
Yes, I can make sure. Let me know when you're on the way.
I will do that. And I'll pick the cowboy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a very long time since I've had one of those. Okay, so we're off and I'll leave.
Anything from you two gentlemen?
Nothing for me. No.
Ditto.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. And I'm going to text Alpha on the way of, Shepherd business delayed.
Okay. And as you guys as you exit the room, you do see that the line has begun to form for the comedy show for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And her poor assistant bouncer is trying to hold the people off. Like, it'll just be another 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. And by the time you guys are fully out, he gives, just a count of 5 and then starts letting people in.
Do we see a roster of who's performing tonight?
Yeah, it's a couple local comedians. People that you'd be familiar with.
Is Alima on there?
Alima is not on there.
Okay, just checking.
Good call. Good catch.
All right, and so what are you guys doing?
I suppose we head for brewery unless we need pit stop along the way.
I'm set.
Sooner we do this, sooner I can go back and get my burger.
Sooner we do this, sooner I can complete the rest of my night.
All right.
We'll meet the two of you there then?
Yes.
Oh, it's not within walking distance?
No, you will need to drive there.
Okay, yeah. Alright,
Yep.
saddle up. And I'm gonna, kind of ready some stuff, and I want them to leave before, get in their car and...
Mm-hmm.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna text Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, keep peeled eye for body language, and then I'm gonna do a dash, and I'm gonna say Jackson, Tom, and Aaron. And that's gonna be the last of that. No period, no smiley face, no nothing. Literally, just a straight command.
Mm-hmm.
While
And-
I'm standing there waiting for her to do her bike.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
the brewery isn't too far away.
Alright.
So you guys will be able to head there quickly.
Okay. Mel?
Yeah,
First and foremost, I'm sorry for eavesdropping on your conversation earlier today.
it's all right.
Secondly, while I'm still... The theme of everybody not trusting Dot is pretty much seems universal at this point.
I understand.
But Thomasina is acting real weird.
Yeah, she is.
And Aaron is acting weird, but we know why Aaron's possibly acting weird. Because he's got crazy Sabat sisters and
trauma
dad.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thomasina just went on vacation and came back, and usually I would feel like someone like her would be pretty much more on her game, and she seems very much not on the same game that any game.
I don't know what your experience was because I was not there and I don't have the powers to eavesdrop on you as much as I might like to. But my experience with her has been that she does not forget anything, and she is as old as I am, and there are many things that I do not remember from my childhood that she still remembers from hers.
Yeah.
Her not remembering the name of my primogen was kind of a big, weird thing.
She didn't remember Falcon. She didn't remember Olivia. She didn't even remember that Aaron was a lost childer. And then when I was speaking with her, we had a, I thought, rather heart-to-heart before a lot of more crazy, somewhat cloudy stuff happened about leaving, about escaping. She talked about probably take me with, again, anti-dot situation, but I could tell that she really, it came from a good place. And I brought up the opposite conversation, and she just kind of went with the flow and was just incredibly weird about it. She's letting me borrow a dress, Dolce & Gabbana, me, from her closet.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know why that's happening, but I don't like it, and I don't know what to do.
I already asked Mark to keep an eye on body language because he's pretty good at detecting that. He did do a little bit of some pretty terrible things when he was in the military, so he has a good idea of detecting liars. So here's hoping he can give me some feedback, whether we're just being overly sensitive since it is kind of a tumultuous time right now, or if perhaps something is amiss, but we need to go get this chowder, and yeah, you and I need to keep a close eye on things.
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like you're very level-headed, and that is the only reason why I spy on you. Well, spy is a bad word, but
You did it before. It's now that we're living together, it's no different. I don't expect that much of my life is very private anymore.
well, you always have really good insight. But yeah, let's go and meet up. But I just had to let you know because you were there for.
We are experiencing a similar situation. Yours was a little bit more in depth than mine was, but we need to circle back to that for sure.
Okay. All right. Should we tell Anton at some point?
Yes, we absolutely should. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I need to have a conversation with him about some other things, namely the motherfucker that's just
Yes, please talk about
barreled
that.
his
He won't listen to
way
me.
into our vehicle as though he owns it. I don't understand that,
Yeah,
but
he won't talk to me about it. So.
I'm gonna hop on over the bike and
Okay.
All right. So off to where they go.
And Aaron, you get a text from Alima.
Okay.
That just says, "I'm very sorry for the decision Alpha had to make about you. I'm glad that you've learned your lesson and got let out. Take care. None of us were happy to do that."
I will leave it on red for a few minutes and respond understood. And I would like to forward that privately to Thomasina so she's clued in.
Okay. And so, Thomasina, you do get this text, and you can glean that the real Aaron either still is or was for a period of time imprisoned by the prince.
And I'll just follow up, talk to you in the morning.
I'll just send back a thumbs up emoji.
Okay. And so you all head over to the brewery, and you pull up, and it's a fairly light evening. There's just a couple cars in the parking lot. And when you go in, it's a beautiful room, 2 stories tall, floor-to-ceiling reclaimed wood, and wrought iron tables and chairs, a few high tops. There's a bar in the middle. And behind the bar, the main bartender is pouring beer for the only 2 patrons there who are sitting at the bar and not at the tables. And he's just wearing a flannel shirt, shaved head. And then there's a girl at the counter with her hair pulled back into a ponytail, rainbow suspenders with a black tank top, and tight kind of mom jeans going on, and very glittery acrylic nails. And the bartender goes over to the girl. He says, "Coda, open up a tab for them," and hands her a card. He said, "Mark the first 2 pints as samplers. They're on me." And she's like, got it! And she goes ahead and starts typing in. And she looks up to all of you. "Oh, hey, how many tonight?"
6. Is Mark coming in?
No.
6.
"Okay, Grab any high top you want. I will be with you in a minute.
Did we hear the guy behind the bar say that? Like, the sampler rounds were on him?
He meant for the 2 guys.
Okay, cool. Making sure.
It looks like he gave them a flight.
Making sure. Okay.
Just checking. Who all's drinking?
None, but we still have 6 seats to sit down.
Mark, so I will order one for myself, but I'll walk it out to him.
Okay,
We still have to sit down.
that's gonna be awkward, but
Well, I mean, so is talking to a person.
You do see that the sign does also have some food items.
okay.
There are plenty
There's-
of sober people.
There's lots of
Okay.
beer and sodas and things.
Got it.
I like the flavor.
And it does say that the food is provided by a local food truck.
Nice.
I'll just point towards like one of the long tables that has enough for us all to sit.
Okay. And so you all sit down, and in a few minutes she comes scrambling up to you with her notepad and just, all right, I have to, you. What do you have?
What do you recommend?
Oh, shit.
Your second favorite. We'll go with that.
Terrapin.
I trust you.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you the house. It's kind of like Terrapin, less hoppy, so it's a lot better.
All right.
Okay. You.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
We have like really good mac and cheese bites.
Do you?
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. It's just Kraft, but like we add like a little bit of cayenne into it, and it's really good.
Not tonight, but thank you.
Okay. Next time. Okay, you.
Monday night brewery, please. Point towards one of the locals.
That one tastes like piss. I'll get you one ours.
Okay.
Okay, you.
Blood orange IPA, please.
That one's actually good. Okay. We have our own version of that, which is peach and blood orange. Do you want to try that?
And I'm gonna kind of look out the door to Mark. I sure.
If you hate it, I'll eat it. It's fine.
Okay, great.
You.
The house.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty girl.
That's why.
You're sour? Do you have any sours?
Oh yeah.
I'll take your sourest.
All right. Got it. Okay. I will be right back. Did anyone want food? I didn't ask about food.
I'll take those mac and cheese bites, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Usually you want to eat something, but
It's been a bad night.
yeah.
I know that feeling. Tell you what. How about I get you a double? We've got a few liquors. I've got like a nice bourbon room.
Yes.
You know what?
I will coax her into it. Go ahead and bring it out.
Sure.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
And
And she goes scuttling off to the kitchen.
I love her. We have to save her.
while this is going
Can we
on,
replace-
between wanting to confirm that this is who we're looking for and maybe see if I can figure things out without asking for blood.
She does have a name tag that says Coda.
Right, but figuring out the information that I need to get, and then also because I'm feeling really off about the fact that I've not been able to tell anything about Aaron. I'm doing Scry the Soul again, but I'm doing like a general like room. Scry
The
Soul.
room,
Yeah.
okay.
Of like how many supernaturals, like what kinds are in here.
Okay.
5 critical.
Jesus.
And because it's the room, it's because it's the room. It is like it's not the whole docket of things. So it's just
Yeah.
that question that I asked. Like I get the sense of like who is who.
You get a sense that there are kindred here. And from the kitchen, which you could only see Coda in, kindred.
Right. And out of curiosity, around me, am I getting the sense of like am I reading everybody here the way that they're supposed to be, or is stuff off?
Sitting close, you're getting kindred, but you're also getting that same fuzziness that you get from Aaron. So
Okay.
it's likely that just everyone's too close. It's all kind of jumbling, but you're at a table of kindred.
Well, it at least tells me that I'm not reading it wrong. So.
Storyteller, can I perceive when Anton hyper-focuses on
Yes.
Yeah, because I just kind of go slack a little bit. That's about
Yeah.
it.
So
though.
you've seen him almost regularly at this point go slack around you.
this? Gotcha.
Name tag aside, she's definitely who we're looking for. As far as what, we have to ask a bit more personally.
Any first thoughts on who she is?
Definitely kindred. She reads like one of us, as she should.
Okay. Coda.
Coda.
Yeah, that's who she is.
Yeah, but I have to, in order to find out more, we have to ask a bit more. Personally, I have to focus a bit more direct. But storyteller, but did we get the sense from Alima that she knows what she is? Because she'd been caught feeding?
Alima said from the descriptions of her, she assumes Malkavian, but also doesn't assume Malkavian because that would be rude.
I just meant does Coda know that she's a vampire?
Oh, Coda knows.
Okay.
Coda has fed on people. She's aware.
Making sure she doesn't think like something else weird about her. Okay, so the conversation will at least go a little bit easier than it has in the past. She knows what she is, but we are here to figure out the specifics. And then help.
I'm actually concerned, given how over-friendly and scattered she is, that if we just come out and say what we are, who's to stop her from broadcasting it to the rest of the bar?
I mean, we typically go a little bit more subtle than that, if you recall, but sometimes. Sometimes.
This is a much, I mean, it's very similar to the aquarium situation.
Right, where they know what they are, so she's maybe a little bit more used to subtlety, otherwise she might be dead at this point.
If she is Malkavian, track record isn't too great with that, though.
We've only had the one unique circumstance at this point.
Hey, speaking of the aquarium, do you guys remember when I went into that octopus? That was crazy, right?
That was bizarre.
It was a shark.
Wait.
I booped you.
Oh, maybe
I think
I
you're the other
forgot.
time?
Maybe you weren't there. That might have been when I was with Hawthorne. That was the octopus. But you're right. The shark was with you guys.
Gotcha.
What are you doing with Hawthorne exactly?
Yes.
Oh, did you not know? And I'm gonna
Oh
pull up
my!
my
No. This part I know, but what are you doing as an octopus with Hawthorne?
Just showing off.
phone. Nothing. He's not allowed in the tank.
You know,
have
it's
to work the bar.
real
I
bizarre because
see.
they have like brains in all of their arms. It's very weird.
What does it feel like?
I'll tell you.
Like brains
Okay,
and all
yeah.
that.
I definitely want to know. I definitely want to
But
know.
you definitely
And
want
Coda comes back out, and she is very precariously balancing this tray of drinks, and she just sets down everything and sets the mac and cheese bites in front of you. And she goes, "Cool. Can I get you anything else, or you guys just want to hang out? Want me to go away?"
I actually wanted to tell you, your nails are giving me super Lisa Frank vibes. I love them.
Oh my god,
so
thank you. I got
much.
them done at the Forum. There's a really nice lady there. I think her name's Jackie. If you talk to her, this shit sticks. It's really good.
I like it. It's really cute. I'm thinking about getting the same for my terrible nails.
They do airbrushing too if you want, like for a while I had these blue ones and they had like white flames going up it because I thought it would make me look like an old Trans Am, and it didn't. I just looked weird.
It happens. It's the price of art.
Yeah.
Coda, do you have a preferred drink here? Not what they tell you to recommend. Like, do you have a preferred drink?
Yeah.
What's that?
So, it's going to be a little weird. So you're going to take the regular house lager. Take the house lager, just mix it with a little Sprite. It's amazing.
That is weird.
And you drink
It's a
this?
shandy.
You drink this regularly?
Yeah.
Never thought of that combination.
Shandies are good.
It's bizarre.
I'm gonna can I see your hand? Can I see your nails? Do you mind if I
Yeah, of course.
so I'm gonna hold and I'm gonna look because I don't know how recent she's fed or how she feeds, but I'm gonna kind of look around and be like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Do I see anything like blood or any sort of weird?
There's a
chips or
little bit
anything?
of blood stuck under the nails because once you get something under acrylics, it doesn't get out.
Never comes out.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
there's a little bit of blood stain underneath it, and she's like, "Don't mind the blood. You know how it is for people like us."
I really do, and I think that it covers and distracts so well. So when was the last time you had to go out to eat?
Oh gosh, I usually try and just find whenever there's an asshole in here, and then I just walk them out back "Hey, daddy," and
I like you.
How did you know so quickly?
well, that's what you all are, right?
I mean, yes, but how did you know so quickly? You are quite good at what you do already.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of one of those when you have 12 radios on at once. You just kind of eventually you go wait a second, was that Young Gravy?
Yes, I actually do now. Do you
Also, I am Malkavian.
Okay, I was about to ask, do you know much about yourself?
Oh yeah, I know a lot. I heard you all talking about me. It's okay.
Did you?
Yeah, but like,
Interesting. Sit with
Well,
us.
I'm gonna ask. Do you mind if I
Not
just take
being
this
subtle.
outside real quick to my friend?
oh, you've got one of those. Yeah. Go ahead. You
Okay.
just there's like a line drawn in the parking lot. If he's parked outside of that, he's got to pull in because it can't go past a certain spot in the
Okay.
parking lot, or else Atlanta's gonna get real mad.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab the IPA and I'm gonna have him come out of his truck and sit down at one of like the outdoor little spaces to sit and just hand it to him.
I'm gonna drink my beer.
And I'll come back in.
I'm just telling her, sit with us, please.
I'm sure you have.
Working right now.
I'm sure you have things to do.
I can talk to him. It's fine.
There's only
No.
two other people.
I got.
Okay.
One sec. And she goes over to the bar and she's just like talking with him, and you can kind of hear her. She's not being quiet. And she's just kind of telling him that you guys are her old friends from college and you guys are having like a friend reunion group and you surprised her, and so she just wants like a few minutes to catch up. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, Coda, it's fine.
Really good. I mean, she's slicker at this than any of us are.
That's why I have questions.
While everyone's eyes are on Coda, I'm actually going to eye the mac and cheese bites. Just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Not do anything about it.
You can make a mental note. Good daytime place. All right, and so Coda eventually comes back and just plops down at the table with y'all and goes, so, don't worry, they can't hear shit.
How long have you been like this?
Do I know how long I've been like this, or like how long I've been like,
I suppose both.
so like this, about 23 years?
Okay.
21 years.
That part tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the person that got you this way?
Yep. He is big dead.
I'm assuming this is a good thing.
Oh yeah, I killed him.
Good for you.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, he kind of, was, experimenting on me, extensively. Lots of brain stuff. He said he was in school, but then I found out, later because he's the kindred, he was probably in school like 1,000 years ago. And he just did a bunch of stuff and my brain was not going so good. And then one day he was like, oh, you're perfect. I'm gonna like make you my perfect companion. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And then like I woke up and he gave me a bunch of blood and I was real mad about it because like I'm vegan. And well, I was
not
vegan.
anymore.
Not
And
anymore.
now this is me, and I just, I picked a new name, because I guess I'm dead now. So I picked Coda Williams, because my favorite movie is Ferngully, and, Batty Coda got experimented on, and he can hear a lot of frequencies. And, Williams, because Robin Williams, and she, like, shows off her rainbow suspenders. She's
How-
like,
That all tracks.
nobody really cottoned on to it, but I thought it was clever.
It's very clever. You've been like this for 23 years and like us for 21 years. Did you know this man for 2 years prior to being the way you are, or
He had me locked in a building.
for 2 years?
Mm-hmm. It was real bad. There were other people there, but I guess I'm cooler than them because I outlasted them.
To say the least. And he is gone.
Oh yeah, he's real gone. I've seen some people heal from some weird shit, but I put pieces of him in every single city of Atlanta.
There is that.
Nice.
That probably
It felt appropriate. I learned a lot from him about how to cut up people and how to cut up people in a way they can heal, and then I just did not do that part.
I think
At one point, it kind of became ash. I think I went too far,
I
so I
mean,
just dropped
the sun would
ashes in
eventually
places.
the sun would have eventually become an
I
issue.
figured the sun was too easy. I wanted to
I
I don't
meant
know,
that- I
make
meant
up for 2 years.
I meant after the body parts were deposited.
Oh, they weren't big enough to be noticed. I'm sure a possum would have gotten them.
I'm going to ask the hopefully obvious question. That is the last time that you did something to that degree, yes?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't really like hanging out with other vampires. I watch a lot of TV shows, and all vampires really do is betray each other and hurt people, and I don't want to be hurt or betrayed. But you all seem nice, and your thoughts seem very nice, if a little confusing and a little judgmental, and I think you guys have some problems you really need to talk out with each other.
Have you heard any people?
There was like one guy, and then I kind of learned the timing on it, and I figured it out after that, but that was like my first night. After that, I got it, because, you know, then you start to kind of learn how to listen, and when you can listen well, you're like, oh, the heart is like really giving out, and you just stop.
You've done a lot of good self-education.
I had to figure it out on my own. I didn't want to die.
How would you have felt if you had the opportunity to be taught instead of having to figure it out on your own?
I don't know. Kindred are all kind of shit.
We're trying to be a bit better in some capacities. For example, teaching.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. You guys sound cool, but like, I mean, you could be trying to like mind control me, but I can mind control you right back. So,
Trying not to think about, because now I'm like really concerned, because that just triggered the thought of what they do at the school, and I'm like, school, like, other cool things, roses outside, like that's kind of, and then I'm like, ew, that's gross, but also like better than thinking about that, and hopefully she's not remembering.
Yeah, I teach at a school for folks like you, and even these two, and I'll point towards Aaron and Jackson, who had to learn a bit more on their own.
and she's gonna turn and like put her back and shoulder between the rest of y'all to Aaron and Jackson. She's like, okay, but do they suck? Like, you can be honest.
Yeah.
But do they like high school teachers suck? Or she's not being quiet at all.
I'm just staring at Jackson like.
Do they like high school teachers suck, or are they, lock you in a basement and hurt you suck?
The high school teachers suck.
What about you?
They are like-minded people.
College professor, by the way.
And you can see that her eyes are flicking left and right at a rapid speed, just unhumanly natural. She just goes, maybe.
Maybe.
I'll think about it.
It's worth putting forward that there is more to this than just scraping by for survival. We actually have society, so to speak. Rules, traditions, things to follow in terms of etiquette.
So wait, it's like Law School?
A little bit, actually, yeah.
Huh.
A little bit, not
as boring.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to go for not as a. Well, I guess now it'd be CW, but it was Canadian.
Think about it more like Harry Potter.
Oh, that makes more sense.
A little bit more, yeah.
All I know is I am a Malkavian and that there's a bunch of other kinds. Apparently,
Could introduce you to the.
Are you all Malkavians too? I don't think so. Your
No.
brains are not weird.
We could introduce you to a very important one, though.
You are an endangered species. And you would be incredibly valued. And you would be loved.
What do you mean endangered?
You are not in danger. Yourself.
Why are Malkavians endangered?
They're not in danger. There just aren't many of them.
Low
Why?
numbers. A lot
Many
of bad
years
things
ago.
happened in the 21 years that you were surviving.
Oh.
For what it's worth, I'm right there with you with my people.
I don't think we have a whole lot more ourselves.
Maybe at least
I
double
don't
what
think
I've
your
got.
friends hate you. Just wanted to tell you that.
Well,
Coda, what is it you want?
I mean, I like working here. I think eventually I'll have to stop working here if it gets too many years. They're gonna wonder how my skincare is so good. I just wanna live.
we can help you with that too.
Can definitely help you with that.
Part of the schooling is to help you be part of a society that can help you.
And protect you.
Can I think about it?
You can, and I'm actually gonna take out like a card that I basically got from Vistaprint because I can't use my Emory cards anymore. It just has my actual phone number, not the secret one, and just give it to her. You can.
Okay.
I would highly suggest it though.
Well, yeah, you're a teacher. Of course you would.
But also, not only that, I've also seen what it's like to run around without people to help you versus having people to help you. And
I mean,
friends is always better.
I've done fine by myself.
You have, but there are the more selfish kindred out there that would like to take advantage of that, and we would like to help you.
Oh, she sounds scary.
We would like to help you avoid that.
Oh yeah, she sounds real bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. You're gonna be okay. It's fine. You're trying really hard and it's okay. I promise. It's by accident.
No, I think it's cool actually.
It's not. It's really not. It's like someone sat on my TV remote and it won't stop. It won't stop going through all the channels.
Yeah, I'm gonna take her hand again. I'll be like, you're absolutely right. It's very cutthroat seeming sometimes, but there's a lot of good among us, and I know that you see it, and I would hope that you would stay in contact at least.
Are you my friend now?
I'm definitely your friend now.
100%.
We want to help you make more friends.
Oh, you're my friend?
Definitely.
Oh, you're telling the truth. Most people don't.
Yeah. It's a curse.
Oh, I don't like your channel. Not at all.
It's seen some things, but
That's a lot.
it is. But I would like to help you meet friends that are a bit more on your wavelength.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it and I'll
Can you call me tomorrow? You don't have to give me a decision. Just call me.
Are you flirting with me, sir? That's very uncouth. You're a teacher.
I am not. I promise.
And he's old. Oh, he's old?
I'm not that
Not
old.
that old.
Ugh. I'll let you know tomorrow. Yes or no?
Okay. And if you even just need to let me know you need more time tomorrow, that's fine. Just
Okay.
no need to go running off into the night again.
No, I have an apartment. It's very nice.
Metaphor.
Okay.
I'm gonna write down on a napkin my, I guess my Garu phone number, and just like, I don't have cool business cards. Cool. And you don't have to answer that question, but anytime you want to talk.
Yeah, I would like that. You're really cool.
Thanks.
And I can once I remember the nail salon, I will text you the address and my lady.
Very least
So
we can get our nails done together.
I would love that.
I would absolutely love that.
Oh my god, I would love that. And then we can, cause you can eat food, right?
I can.
We can go to like Ted's and get like those huge buffalo burgers.
Yes, we can.
I've never had a friend before. At least I remember.
The first of many, hopefully.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, bestie.
Yes.
I should probably work
Yes,
now.
absolutely.
I gotta start cleaning soon. Everything's on me. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Because I know you're not really drinking it, and you're just gonna have it later. I feel weird charging you for it.
Appreciate that.
Mac and cheese is actually not so bad. I've like had some of it, so I'll take one more to go. Maybe I can eat it like another night.
Yeah, I'll get some from the kitchen for you.
After you tell me yes or no, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good to meet you, Kota.
And she scurries off to grab a mop and start mopping the floor.
Smooth.
I think that went really well.
Well, nobody got killed and we didn't tear down Big Bird, so that's good news for the night.
That was funny when I saw that. It was awful, but it was really funny in hindsight. In hindsight, it was hilarious. I mean, I like her. A lot of weird reading going on around the table.
No, she's wonderful. I just don't know why somebody would do that to her. I mean, turning, it happens, but everything leading up to it is cruel.
Yeah, because a lot of us are incredibly cruel.
Don't
A
have-
lot of them are incredibly cruel too, and I'm going to point out to the kind.
But you don't have to be.
Because we're
No.
basically the same thing.
They don't have to be, but a lot of people are. And if anybody deserves to own their agency, it is her.
Agreed.
And I don't know how well she would be received given her advanced abilities.
She'd be received well.
She needs
And
to
she
be
kind of
protected at all costs.
She kind of scuttles back over with the mop and goes, "Who is Tilly?"
She's the one I wanted to introduce you to, the
Yes.
important Malkavian.
She just said hi.
Say hi back.
my goodness!
Say hi back. She is wonderful.
She is wonderful.
Did she know you all were here?
She probably
Very
does
likely,
now.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
And she goes scuttling into the back, a little lighter.
And I'll look to them. She'll be received well.
And I'm gonna send a text, like a self reminder text, send Lily's tomorrow.
I'm gonna try and covertly text Erin again and say, how much do you think she saw?
Okay.
I'm not going to respond right now.
Okay.
As they all get up to leave, I'm just gonna walk into the back and find her.
Okay, she's in the back. She's like, "Whoa, hey, you are not supposed to be back here."
Yeah, I usually go places I'm not supposed to be.
I do that too.
Figured. Since they can't hear us,
Uh-huh.
running around on your own is hard, but I think this city is better for people who don't trust other people much.
That was really confusing.
Yeah. You don't like other vampires much.
I mean, I've only met the one,
Yeah.
and
I don't like them
he
either.
really sucked.
Yeah, a lot of them do. So far from my experience, this city's a little bit better.
Okay.
Not everyone, like you saw,
Mm-hmm.
but
She did a lot to you, didn't she?
Oh. So
Yeah. Oh.
hmm.
Nope. Please, God, think about something else.
The school's actually a pretty decent place to meet people who don't suck. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Living on your own is really hard.
Nah. Okay. I'll think about it, but thank you.
I just figured take it from someone who's done it for a lot longer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And I just walk back out.
Okay. And so as everyone heads out, you all head back home, do your various tasks, what you can finish before the sun comes up.
Okay, so yeah, I'll reschedule with Alpha and Proctor at this point
Mhm.
because let's go had a very interesting lost child there. She's going to give me an answer tomorrow. We'll reschedule with you for another day to both of them.
Okay.
Individually, not together.
And so the night ends. The next morning, Aaron and Thomasina, you wake up. You find each other in the living room.
Mm.
Throughout the days, I wanted to keep track of any recordings and cameras that we spotted.
Mm-hmm.
Do we notice anything out of the blue?
Nothing outside of what you individually have perceived, but you were able to find a feed from the PlayStation camera in the living room.
Gotcha.
To Hex's computer.
Okay. I will meet you in your room.
Mhm.
So, near as I can tell, I'd recommend for this latest one that we don't bag and tag. It's a high risk that she disappears as soon as we met her. But
Agreed.
I don't think she saw too much.
It was an interesting thing that she picked up on in both cases.
Scary.
It's an interesting set of experiences that she has for being in such a similarly controlled environment.
What did you think of Aaron message?
That is not some storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something I would have been aware of prior to, correct?
With what has been talked about
Mhm.
in the official channels, you know that they have kind of avoided
Mhm.
talking about people that you are close with,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't know anything about Aaron. This is news to you.
Gotcha. I would say that without any further intel, we need to keep close monitor on the previous house, and close monitor on the princess situation. I have a meeting set up both with the other harpy and with the Ventru Primogen coming up in about a day or 2 nights. I've invited Melisende,
Okay.
and I am trying to get as much of what seems like cross interests going through the court. It seems like a very solid grab at information that otherwise I wouldn't have. And it may be enough of a distraction to what's going on, at least for that.
Sounds like it's been pretty useful on your end.
Mm-hmm. I have a good amount of information as far as Hex goes.
What happened to...
She tried to make a reference to a conversation that I did not have. And I have no intel on that conversation. I evaded what I could. I do not feel that it was successful. So, I tried to impress upon her that I would be here at all times. We need to make sure that she is watched as much as your family.
It's not easy keeping track of
No.
who knows what, but at least it's getting more clear. Actually, no, it's not. These are not the kind of people I thought they were.
No, they're not. And I can't get that woman out of my head. I don't like... It's been strange enough meeting as many people and under these circumstances, and the training was what it was. But it wasn't this.
I know you have your own objectives, but I want to ask you a question, and I would like honesty.
Of course.
Given our secrecy.
Yeah.
Are they angry that I left early? I saw an opportunity, and I took it.
Mm.
You can tell them I took initiative, but I just... Other Aaron is still out there. I don't know. I don't want to be replaced.
I think it was always a risk. But I'm finding it harder to accept myself. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for either of us. But I do know that sticking to the objectives as they are is the best thing that we've got. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
One night at a time.
Yeah.
So, I'll keep tabs on Jackson. He's not a shepherd, so it's a little harder to keep track of why he's here, where he goes, what he does, but if it's going to be a persistent thorn, we need to be aware of it.
There's a pattern already established. Essentially, if there is a limit put in front of him, he will attempt to exceed it. That's very clear. As far as Hex goes, she seems to think differently than the rest. And I find it difficult to get a grasp on that. What have you seen as far as any video or audio around?
Storyteller, do I have Aaron's flaws with tech as well?
No, you do not.
I've been able to find some info on live feeds in and around the house.
Mm.
At least with the old location, they seem, whatever spy cameras I found were likely Kindred monitored, because I was walking around during the day and no one was picking it up. They can't, it's like the lost found footage videos. You set up footage, you can't spend 24 hours each day watching things.
Yeah.
Today, this place will be a little bit more cautious since it's not exclusively blanks.
No. Storyteller, do I have Thomasina's most recent abilities?
Yes, you do. They made sure that you were equipped with them before you were dispatched.
When your Jackson came up to me at some point last night, he did mention handling things. Do you happen to know of any other interactions that we've had beyond him just apparently traipsing through the houses as much as he does?
I've honestly seen him through the surveillance at Waffle Houses with Aaron and Anton, and twice before. Him and Sybil and Pippa, I don't have much intel on them.
I think there's another way that I may be able to get a handle on that situation. If you would like to swap with me and Hex, that is, if you would like to be able to help me with my situation and I with yours, that may be another tactic.
That's fine by me. Just give me some good intuition and we will take care of the problem on both ends.
She seems to be ready to employ tricks.
I noticed that with the shark ploy. All right, this is going to get real tough.
You both get a text message on your encrypted app. And it says, status update. How goes infiltration?
And I'll fill them in on the meeting upcoming and the lost child there as well.
Okay. And you get back wonderful, as well as you get 3 progress bars labeled Anton, Hex, and Mel. The Anton bar is at 50%. The Hex bar is at 70%. The Mel bar is at 30%. And it says, hang in there. We'll have reinforcements when we can.
I'll send a text back. Anton and Melisende not required in next notice. Please keep us updated on Hex.
And you get back, Roger. And I think that is a great place to leave off for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope you're having a wonderful Pride Month. Take care of yourselves and each other. We love you very much. Good night.